When people start a whole food, plant-based lifestyle, I'm not saying diet, I'm saying lifestyle, because it's not a diet, it's not temporary. The first thing that kind of explodes in their mind is, why no oil? First of all, they can't wrap their head around how they're going to cook without it. And second of all, they're not going to give it up unless you can tell them why they should. Okay, so that's what this talk is about today. And I've talked about it a lot. If you're brand new here or you're not quite convinced, this is for you, okay? And if you are new, welcome. Please do subscribe and tick that little bell so you get notifications. I have a lot to say and a lot to show you, and I do cook a lot. So if you are curious about how to cook without oil, I'll definitely teach you that, okay? Because I've gotten quite good at it in this almost 2 years, just about 2 years that I've been playing with it, okay? And so if you're not quite sure on the science of it, I'm not a doctor, but I'll give you the rundown, okay? Oil damages the endothelial lining of your arteries, so it leads to heart disease. Now, I'm not a doctor. If you want proof of that, check out Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn. He's a leading cardiologist in Ohio, and you can view little clips of him telling you exactly in short condensed version why you shouldn't have oil right here on YouTube. Just search for him. Or you can watch the movie Forks Over Knives and you can get really in depth into it, okay? For the whole plant-based lifestyle, as well as the no oil. Now for me personally, yes, I was on the verge of heart disease. I had the high blood pressure, the high cholesterol, the heart palpitations. I couldn't walk, I couldn't sit, I couldn't move, I was in pain all the time. Okay, so I've gotten over all that. For me personally, it's the taste, okay? Oil coats your tongue and it coats your taste buds, and you don't truly taste your food, okay? Until you give it up, and then all of a sudden that just wakes up and bam, you wouldn't believe how good plain white rice tastes. Or a banana, oh, a banana just explodes in your mouth. Okay, but aside from all that, does it really matter? And that's today's video. Does it really matter? So if you go out once in a while and you have a meal out and there's some oil in it. Now, let's talk about how much. Now, once in a while, I'll have some bread, and I know that bread has some oil in it, but a small amount, okay? And it doesn't really affect me much. I'll be honest. I don't feel sluggish. It probably does hinder my weight loss, but this channel is more about health than weight loss. And if I lose some weight, great and wonderful. And I have lost weight. I've lost about 35 pounds and kept it off. I was closer to 40, but I put just a couple pounds back on. And that varies. So one day it's there and, you know, a week later it's gone. Your weight fluctuates. And so I'm not overly concerned about that, okay? So what I'm talking about is you're stuck going out to a restaurant. And yes, they have vegan options, but they are coated in oil. Does it really matter? And that's what I want to talk about today, okay? So I found myself in one of those situations for the first time. Now, I have been out and had falafel burgers that were actually fried instead of baked. And I might go out once a month, once every 3 months and have that meal. But that was the only vegan restaurant that I knew of. Well, a restaurant with a vegan option, we'll put it that way, in my area. So I was recently introduced to 3 other restaurants. And how this came about was, if you'll remember, a few months back, I was involved in a program with the United Way through my church, my new church, okay? So to honor us, everyone that had got together in the community and given their time for that specific day of caring, it was called, for the United Way, there was a feast, a phenomenal feast, and it was held in a restaurant banquet room, and all the little restaurants from around the town just donated food and brought food in and served us. And so it was just full to brimming with people and with various restaurants. And we basically went around the room and they gave us little samples of their restaurants and handed out coupons and flyers and promoted their restaurants. So it was advertising for them, donating to a good cause, honoring the people that had helped with that day of caring. And so for me, because I had donated my time through my church, it was a night of being together with the ladies of my church. And so it was something I really wanted to participate in. And I was really excited about it, and I had a great time. I ate a little bit of food before I went because I wasn't sure if I would even find anything that I could eat. And the majority of the food was smothered in cheese and had meat in it. And so I was lucky to even find some vegan options, but I did find some vegan options. There was a rice dish with vegetables in it, but it was cooked in oil. There was this lovely lentil and grain dish smothered in oil. There was a greens and beans, and we are going to do a greens and beans video coming up soon. Smothered in oil. And then there was another, some kind of, I couldn't even tell what it was. It had tomatoes in it and maybe sweet potatoes. I don't know. It was kind of orangey, but it tasted really good. But it was smothered in oil. So I had an evening smothered in oil, and I have not done that or had that happen to me. And I have to take some blame. I could have just sat there and fellowshipped with the ladies of my church and had a good time and watched them eat. That would have been real fun. But anyway, so I did small samples of the food, but I did partake in the food. Does it really matter? Did I have any effects from it? Okay, let me come in real close, guys. Look at this whopper of a zit right here. Huge. Y'all, I am 53 years old. I'm too damn old for acne. And I'm saying that in English. I wasn't speaking French, you know. We all say, pardon my French. I am not pardoning my French. That was English and you understood it. I am too damn old for acne. But one night, a food covered in oil, and that's exactly what I got.